mankind creates 8 billion modified fighters to fight a war aimed at taking over the universe. The story begins in the year 2552 on one of Earth's outer colonies, the distant planet Madrigal, where extraction of heavy hydrogen is in progress. The planet is under the influence of the United Nations Space Command, UNSC, but the inhabitants seek independence from the galactic government. Some Madrigal rebels live on an outpost and spend their time playing cards. A news program airs on television in which the politician Wintergrath tells them that the UNSC leadership is unwilling to pay a fair price for the deuterium mined on Madrigal and seeks to enslave the entire planet. The UNSC is rumored to be sending legions of Marines and super warriors from the Spartan 2 program to take over Madrigal. However, Grath believes that only negotiations can end this endless war. The professor does not believe Grath's words and irritably demands that he turn off the TV. The man thinks he is giving people false hope. Negotiations are sure to fail, and as a result, the UNSC will unleash their full force on Madrigal, including the invincible and ruthless Spartans.
They're faster, stronger, smarter. They cannot be stopped.
The rebels' conversation is interrupted by their leader, General Jin Ha, who cannot find his daughter Quan. Meanwhile, Quan and her friends are walking outside the outpost. The teenagers are looking for some rare plants with narcotic effects. Suddenly Quan notices a strange flash in the distance. Ignoring her friends, Quan heads off into the woods and discovers an alien spaceship. Alarmed, Quan hurries to warn her friends to return to the outpost as soon as possible. The teenagers don't take Quan's words seriously, but after a few moments the aliens open fire on them. The alien warriors attack the group of teenagers, resulting in all but Quan perishing. After hiding from the invading aliens, Quan manages to launch a signal rocket to warn her father and the other rebels of the invading forces. General Ha puts his army on alert in a matter of minutes. The soldiers take up their posts and prepare for battle. Quan rushes home as fast as she can and barely makes it to the outpost before the gates close. The terrified girl informs her father of the attack, but things turn out to be worse than he anticipated. General Ha insists that Quan hide in the basement with the rest of the civilians, and orders his fighters to hold their ground. A powerful explosion blows out the gate, and an army of giant aliens with superpowers bursts into the outpost. General Ha orders them to open fire, but the aliens' armor is impervious to human weapons. The aliens destroy everything in their path and can overturn trucks with a single movement. Quan notices that her father is trapped and climbs out of hiding to help him. The Madrigal rebels continue to fight heroically against the enemy, but they become fewer and fewer and the advantage shifts to the aliens. An alien warrior bursts into the refuge and shoots the unfortunate inhabitants. General Ha is unaware that Quan has left the shelter, and in a fit of rage he breaks free of the trap and opens fire on the alien. Suddenly a huge UNSC spaceship appears in the sky. A Spartan unit, the Silver Squad, lands at the outpost. General Ha opens fire on the Spartan, believing him to be his enemy. However, the super warrior destroys the alien and makes it clear that he and the rebels are on the same side. The Spartans continue to deftly deal with the enemy, despite the fact that the aliens outnumber them in size and weaponry. Despite the Spartans' victory in a fierce battle with the aliens, no rebels or civilians survive. The outpost at Madrigal is completely destroyed. Silence sets in. Quan, who has miraculously escaped the fate of the other inhabitants of the outpost, notices that her father has also survived. They are overjoyed with their luck, but suddenly General Ha notices a wounded alien coming right at him. Ha opens fire on him, but the enemy doesn't stop. The alien attacks the general right in front of Quan's eyes. The Spartan squad leader, Master Chief John 117, spots the surviving alien and finishes him off. The super warrior contacts the base and reports that the Silver Squad has neutralized the forces of the Covenant, a military alliance of alien races, but there are no survivors at the outpost. Master Chief calls out to Quan, and he states that one survivor does remain. A detachment of Spartans sets out to find where the Covenant army has landed. The frightened and confused Quan cries over her father's body and begs the Spartans not to abandon her, but the warriors do not respond to her plea. The Silver Squad discovers the Covenant ship and, beneath it, a mysterious cave. The four warriors split up. Vanek and Reese head out to clear the ship, while Kai follows Master Chief into the cave. The fighters report that Covenant forces have been excavating the cave and that it is clearly not a natural occurrence. Master Chief notices a mysterious alien artifact. As soon as the warrior touches it, an inexplicable reaction occurs. While in contact with the artifact, one of his childhood memories suddenly pops up in front of Chief's eyes. Suddenly, Chief and Kai notice a surviving Covenant soldier in the cave, who has witnessed what is happening. He escapes from the Spartans by becoming invisible for a while, and then flies off Madrigal. Meanwhile, the exhausted Quan reaches the ship. She approaches the cave, but is knocked down by the invisible alien. The girl falls and loses consciousness. The fighters make their way out of the cave. Master Chief orders Vanek, Kai, and Reese to take the Covenant ship to the base for study. Chief himself takes the object and flies on his own. Master Chief is about to leave, but suddenly notices Quan lying on the rocks. The story shifts to the planet Reach at the headquarters of the UNSC. Dr. Catherine Halsey reviews Master Chief's video footage from the cave on Madrigal.
Retrieving now.
Admiral Perangiski enters the room and accuses Dr. Halsey of the failure of the Spartans, which has resulted in the destruction of 150 inhabitants on Madrigal. However, Halsey disagrees with the claims and claims that the Covenant forces massacred the rebel garrison before the Silver Squad arrived. Dr. Halsey also informs the Admiral that there is still one survivor on Madrigal, and Master Chief is taking her to Reach. Admiral Perangiski is still not happy with this result and reminds them that the Security Committee is looking for any excuse to reduce funding for the Spartan 2 project. However, Dr. Halsey has some good news for Admiral Perangiski.
John recovered something on Madrigal.
And it's a highly unusual Covenant object that looks nothing like any alien artifact they know of. Perangiski softens and suggests that if this object can reveal something about the Covenant, the Security Committee's concern about the Madrigal insurgents will go away. Also, Admiral Perangiski informs them that the survivor should be interrogated amicably and that Halsey's daughter, Miranda Keyes, should do the interrogation. Halsey, on the other hand, responds by requesting that the artifact be brought to her lab immediately for initial analysis. Before she leaves, Perangiski reminds Dr. Halsey to cease her illegal development of a new type of artificial intelligence. Dr. Halsey assures the Admiral that work on it has been stopped, although in fact it has not. The action shifts to the capital of the Covenant, High Mercy. One of the hierarchs of the Covenant, the Prophet of Mercy, informs the Blessed One that the artifact from the Madrigal has been stolen by the Spartans. The Prophet explains that, according to a witness, Master Chief, known in the Covenant as the Demon, was able to awaken the artifact to life. The Blessed One does not understand how this could have happened, since only she possesses such a gift. Meanwhile, Quan comes to her senses on Master Chief's ship. She feels uncomfortable in the confined space and tries to shout at Chief to let her out. Suddenly, Miranda Keyes appears as a hologram in front of Quan. She sympathizes with the girl and informs her that the UNSC respected her father's fight for freedom, despite their differences. Miranda tells her that her job is to study the aliens who destroyed their outpost. She explains to Quan that Madrigal is not the only one affected by the Covenant.
If we don't all join together, I don't know how we're gonna stop them.
Quan is unfriendly, but still wonders how she can help. Miranda Keyes suggests that Quan record a video message for the other colonies in which she should talk about all she has experienced and how the Spartans fought the Covenant warriors. Miranda thinks it will help put aside all political squabbles and focus all efforts on the real war. Quan is perplexed as to how she can ask her to do such a thing, since her father has devoted his entire life to fighting for independence from the UNSC. Quan threatens Miranda that she might voice a very different version, that the UNSC has sent the Spartans to attack the outpost. After such a statement, they may not dream of the unity of the outer colonies. For their silence, Quan demands independence for Madrigal.
That's what my dad wanted, so that's what I want.
On Reach, Dr. Halsey studies Master Chief's inexplicable reaction to the exposure to the alien artifact. The energetic impulse emanating from the object activates all body processes. Dr. Halsey contacts Master Chief to see if there are any anomalies in his neural circuitry. Chief recounts his visions upon contact, which is very puzzling to Halsey. The doctor recommends that Master Chief stay away from the alien object until it has been properly studied. After talking to Halsey, Master Chief goes to the cabin where Quan is to check the condition of the biointerfaces for anomalies. Quan asks if he's okay and asks for something to eat. Miranda Keyes returns to her alien research. Her father, Captain Jacob Keyes, walks into her lab. Miranda admits that it was very foolish to stand up for the Spartans in front of the rebel, and it is obvious that the UNSC will not grant independence to Madrigal. Miranda asks what awaits the rebel now. Captain Keyes informs her daughter that Quan Ha was severely injured by the aliens and died of her wounds despite being treated. Miranda is shocked by this version and says that Quan was fine during their conversation. However, Miranda quickly guesses that her father applied Article 72, meaning that he signed an executive order to eliminate Quan. Miranda is very angry at this decision by the UNSC and realizes that it's all about the supply of heavy hydrogen, which must continue at all costs. Captain Keyes tries to convince her daughter that such a decision is necessary for the greater good.
What's the point in saving humanity if we're gonna give up our own?
Master Chief brings food for Quan. She tries to get the Spartan to talk and asks if he ever takes off his helmet. Chief tells her that it contains all the diagnostic and control systems he needs. Quan admits to Chief that they have met before. Master Chief, along with the other Spartans, eliminated her mother during the Outer Colonists rally. The super warrior says that he received orders to eliminate the rally participants as a threat to the UNSC. Quan asks if he really thought her mother was a threat, but Chief explains that his leadership may know more than he does, which means he must follow orders. Quan tries to get Chief to second-guess their actions. Perhaps it is he who is right, not his leadership. However, the warrior is trained to follow every order unconditionally, not to question it. Suddenly Master Chief receives a new order, to eliminate Quan Ha. He warily asks what the girl's name is and is on his way out. Quan asks what awaits her when they arrive, but Chief hides the truth and says a decision has not yet been made. At UNSC headquarters, the command is worried that Master Chief has disabled the ship's communications. Admiral Parangaski demands an explanation for Chief's erratic behavior from Dr. Halsey. Parangaski is concerned that instead of following orders, Chief simply cut off communication.
I think he's having memories.
What?
Dr. Halsey suggests that he remembered his parents. This news shocks Admiral Parangaski and Captain Keyes, as all Spartan memories are supposed to be deleted. The Admiral believes that it is extremely dangerous for a superpowered warrior to get out of control. Halsey agrees, and mentions her own development, a system called Cortana, which might be able to help. However, Parangaski doesn't even want to hear about this project. The UNSC decides to lower the oxygen levels aboard the ship and in Master Chief's suit to prevent any unexpected action. Quan and Chief lose consciousness. After a while, Chief regains consciousness, opens the atmosphere control panel and manually increases the oxygen level. Parangaski is concerned about the warriors' behavior and wonders what weapons they have on the ship, but Halsey is sure that Chief won't shoot at them.
I think it's safe to say you don't know what Master Chief is going to do at this point.
Captain Keyes reminds them that the ship is on autopilot and they have access to the controls. The UNSC command activates the entire fleet and dispatches an escort of Pelican's fighters to Chief's ship. In addition, the remaining members of the Silver Squad are ordered by Fleet Command to eliminate Master Chief. Dr. Halsey, however, has the courage to override the order. Halsey believes that even though Master Chief has been disrupted by the alien object, there are other ways to solve the problem. She orders the Silver Squad to protect Chief from anyone who would threaten his life, under any circumstances.
If they go after Chief, they're not friendlies. Correct, Dr. Halsey?
Master Chief is dealing with the ship's guidance system. Suddenly, Quan appears behind Chief's back with a rifle and demands that he explain what he has done with it. Chief explains that he did not cut off the ship's oxygen, but UNSC did. However, Quan doesn't believe him and continues to hold the gun on him. Chief reminds her that his titanium armor is impenetrable and there is no point in firing. Master Chief removes his helmet to prove to Quan that he wants to help her. He explains that if the ship goes down, she will surely be executed. Quan does not understand why the Spartan chooses to help her. Chief himself does not know why he is disobeying all orders of the commanders. Quan lowers the rifle and pushes it toward Chief, but he gives it back to the girl. The UNSC is horrified to discover that Chief has removed his helmet and given his rifle to the rebel girl. Chief and Quan disable the autopilot and put the ship into manual mode. Captain Keyes orders that they fire on the ship and shoot it down before Chief starts shooting. The UNSC military surrounds the downed ship and prepares to storm it. Admiral Parangaski orders the elimination of Quan, and in case of disobedience, Chief as well. At the last moment, Master Chief gets an idea. He decides to trigger the alien artifact again with his touch. Chief sees moments from his childhood again and discovers that, as a small boy, he portrayed such an object. At the same time, the power at the base goes out. In contrast, it comes back on Chief's ship. Thanks to the amazing power of the artifact, Master Chief, along with Quan, fly away from reach and head into outer space. What do you think the future holds for the heroes? Will they be able to successfully fight both the UNSC and the Covenant? Share your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next videos.